410 AD. The Visigoths burned Rome, and the world was shocked. But the real destruction had begun much earlier, not with a blacksmith's hammer, but with an emperor's decision. Today I'm going to tell you how Rome actually died. The answer isn't in the swords, it's in the coins. 211 BC. Rome carried out the greatest monetary reform in its history. The denarius was born. With 95% pure silver, this coin became the trusted currency of the Mediterranean world. A soldier took his wages in it. A merchant carried it from Alexandria to Londinium. Farmers priced their grain in it. Emperors paid their armies with it. The money was trustworthy because the metal inside it was real. You could feel the weight. You knew what you were holding. And for centuries, Rome kept that promise. 64 AD. Rome is burning. Nero needs money to rebuild, but the treasury is empty. His solution seemed simple. Reduce the silver in the coins just a little, down to 90%. Who would notice? The coin still looks like a coin, but that small, just a little, was the most expensive decision in history. Because once you start, you can't stop. The logic is seductive. The army needs paying. Shave a little silver. A border war breaks out. Shave again. Each time, the short-term problem gets solved. Each time, the long-term damage quietly compounds. And every emperor who followed walked the same path. Under Septimius Severus, silver dropped to 50%. Under Gordian III, around 30%. Under Gallienus, 2%. Maybe 5%. The coin in your hand was now bronze. Just a thin silver coating on top, enough to fool the eye at first glance. And the people figured it out. There's a principle called Gresham's Law. Bad money drives out good. People hoarded the real silver coins and spent the debased ones as fast as possible. The good money disappeared from markets. Merchants raised prices to compensate, and the spiral began. We have real price records from Egypt. Wheat in 200 AD cost 16 drachmas per artaba. By 276 AD, 120,000. A 750-fold increase in 76 years, comparable to modern Zimbabwe's hyperinflation. Wages stayed flat. The purchasing power of a Roman soldier melted away year by year. Workers began demanding payment in grain and oil instead of coins. Currency was no longer worth saving. By the time you spent it, it was already worth less. 301 AD. Emperor Diocletian issued history's first major price control law. Over 1,000 goods and services, maximum prices set by the state. Violators faced the death penalty. What happened? Merchants hid their goods rather than sell at a loss. The free market went underground. Shortages grew worse. The law collapsed almost immediately. Trying to freeze prices by decree was like trying to put out a fire with paper. Diocletian was treating the symptom while ignoring the disease. Inflation didn't just destroy prices, it destroyed institutions. The tax system collapsed. The state began demanding gold or grain because even the government didn't trust its own currency. Trade shrank. Cities emptied. People retreated to the countryside, growing their own food, withdrawing from the broader economy. The army weakened, not because soldiers lacked courage, but because they could no longer be paid in wages worth anything. And when the barbarians came to the gates, there was no one left to hold the line. It wasn't the barbarians who destroyed Rome. It was Rome's loss of faith in its own money. When the silver inside the denarius melted away, so did the trade routes, the armies, and the institutions that held everything together. Did this story end in the 3rd century? No. Weimar Germany, Zimbabwe, Venezuela. Same mechanism, different centuries. Money is not just metal. It is a collective contract of trust between a state and its people, between a buyer and a seller, between the present and the future. When that contract breaks, empires break with it. I'm Pecunia historian. The history of money is the history of everything.